Hello and welcome to PMC English. This is Ayushi Pharasi and welcome to our series of Book Junction, a series for all the book readers, book lovers, wherein we get you all the book reviews. Well, I hope that the previous episode wherein I got you the book review on Jonathan Livingston Seagull book was helpful for all of you to figure out whether that was a book that you were in search for and was it a worth read. So if you have read the book Jonathan Livingston Seagull, then do comment your feedback in the comment section so that I would know that if my book review was helpful to all of you. So today in this episode of Book Junction, I have got you another interesting book and another inspirational book. Why am I getting all inspirational book in this series is that I know everyone is in search of inspiration, everyone is in search for motivation. So keeping that in mind, I thought that the books that helped me grow personally would help you grow personally as well. So with that thought, I have got you another inspirational masterpiece in this episode of Book Junction. So let me tell you that before I started this series, I was not an avid reader at all. So lately I have been trying to read more books than I did before, and I think for me what the problem is that it is not reading a book, but it's actually taking that step to reading one. So let me tell you, my dear friends, that why reading is important. Reading is important for all of us, and it is because it helps in the self-development and the mental stimulation. So I recently read The Alchemist after procrastinating it for a very long time, and I did perfect time after a friend of mine recommended it, and this book is lovely and an inspirational masterpiece. So today's episode in Book Junction is about the book review of The Alchemist, which is written by a Brazilian author, Paulo Coelho. So let's begin with the book review. It was written by a Brazilian author, Paulo Coelho, in 1988, and it was initially written and it was published in Portuguese, but it is an international bestseller and it has been translated to more than 70 languages. Can you just imagine that one single book was translated for like more than 70 languages? The book is relatively short and it has about like 167 pages, and the theme is about finding one's destiny or purpose in life. And let me tell you, my dear friends, that the author finished writing this book only in 2 weeks. Can you just imagine that a book which was written in such a short time went on to become a best-selling book? So you can just imagine that how inspirational and how powerful this book is. So let us begin with the book review. I would give you a short plot about the story as to how the story revolves around. So the story is about a shepherd boy who is from Spain and whose name is Santiago, and he keeps getting the same dream about the treasures that are lying in the pyramids of Egypt. So what he does is that though he is getting a lot of dreams, so he thinks about embarking on a journey to follow his dream after meeting an old king who offers him a magic stones and an advice. You must be thinking that what advice it might be. So let me take you further with the plot of story. So Santiago crosses the Mediterranean and the Sahara to find his treasures in the Egypt, and also he accomplishes his personal legend, which is his purpose in life. Every time we hear great masters telling us to find our purpose of life, because once we find our purpose in life, then that's how easy our life becomes. That's how we can be focused in life, that we need to achieve so and so thing in life. So it's very important for one to know the purpose of life. And in this story, The Alchemist, Santiago, he finds his purpose of life and then he starts working on it. He starts embarking on that journey. So the book details his journey and the various encounters that he experiences when following his dream, because it wasn't a short distance to travel all the way from Spain to the pyramids of Egypt. He must have conquered a lot of things, a lot of challenges in between. So the story revolves around about these experiences that he encounters throughout his journey till he reaches the pyramids in Egypt. So throughout his journey, Santiago meets many new people and a lot of difficulty, which ultimately it helps him to learn and to grow the entire way. But the bigger question over here is that, does he find the treasures in the pyramids of Egypt? Well, I won't reveal the answer over here, and I want all of you to read to know the answer. Well, coming to the next aspect of this book is that my thoughts, my personal thoughts about this book. So, The Alchemist, it's a fantastic book and a storytelling is beautiful. The choice of words here are wonderfully, depicted, full of wisdom and philosophy. So, I personally totally loved it. Well, the story is very enchanting and it bursts with optimism, which I think is very important in our lives. It is very important for all of us to think in a very positive way and lead our life in positive way. So that's how the story revolves around. So the book here, my dear friends, it shows that the journey to your destiny is as important as the destiny itself. So I love how the book emphasizes on the importance of faith, hope and spirituality through the story of an ordinary boy, an ordinary shepherd boy. So I think that this book appeals to everyone because we all have dreams and sometimes we just want someone to tell us that they may come true. We need that push, we need that positive vibe that all your dreams would come true. So my dear friends, overall The Alchemist, it's a very exciting fiction novel and it deserves a space at everyone's bookshelf. The book's main theme is about finding one's destiny and The Alchemist is more like a self-help than a literature. So the advice that was given to Santiago, that when you really want something to happen, the whole universe will conspire so that your wish comes true. And this is the core of the novel's philosophy and a motive that plays throughout it. So another interesting theme of this novel is that one can relate to is those related to the detrimental consequences of fear. If people let fear control their lives, they will live miserably. If, my friends, had Santiago let the fear from following his dream dominate his life, then he wouldn't have discovered his treasure. And most importantly, the meaning of his life, his personal legend. This is how the story revolves around. So the last thing that I told you, that it is about conquering the fear as well. Many of us, before even taking the step forward in life, all we think is that what if we fail? What if we are unable to reach that goal, or if we are unable to conquer that thing? So let me tell you to all those people that only if you take a step forward in life, only when you conquer that fear that stops you, that pauses you at that particular moment, that is when you would lead in life and that is when you would reach your purpose in life, and that is when you can live a blissful life. So for all the people who are stuck with fear, who are stuck with what to do and they are unable to find their purpose of life, their passion, then this is a must-read book for all of them, which would help you to conquer all your challenges, and most importantly, it would help you to find a meaning in your life. So I hope that this short book review would help you to figure out if you need to read The Alchemist or no. So this was all about The Alchemist, my dear friends, in this episode of Book Junction. I would meet you again next week with another book review. Till then, this is Ayushi Pharasi signing off. Stay tuned to PMC English for more updates.